Mark, you're recording on Ustream, Ben. You're recording on your laptop. Let's do it.
2 thumbs up.
Coming up on Roundabout, we'll show you the latest and greatest way to transport your pets in style and safety. One teenage pop star dips his whip in chrome. Get the download next, and we play another round of the internet's most exciting podcast game of fantastic prizes. That's right, we're doing the Price is Correct. Roundabout is sponsored by Advanced Auto Parts. Visit our website, roundaboutshow.com, to get up to $30 off your next purchase, and by everyone's favorite online store, Amazon.com.
Amazon.com.
I think I said advanced anyway. I want to redo that. So.
Oh, okay. Michelle, after he says Amazon.com, it's you.
I know.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
She was just making sure he said advanced.
Okay.
Advanced.
Do it again, Quaggy.
She's all about the sponsors.
Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Roundabout is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts. Visit our website, roundaboutshow.com, to get up to $30 off your next purchase, and by everyone's favorite online store, Amazon.com.
Editor-in-chiefing the Autobytels, I'm Michelle Naranjo.
From Roundabout World Headquarters in the MFR, that's short for Multifunction Room, I'm your host, Craig Cole.
Also from Autobytel, I'm Big Daddy Ross.
And I'm your Dungeon Master, Ben Sanders. Let's roll the 12-sided die and get this quest started.
For the love of God, this is Roundabout.
Oh, yes, it is. That's me! Welcome to Roundabout, episode 125, our weekly chat covering car culture, vehicle reviews, and some of the auto news you may have missed.
And we are back! It's another Friday as we record this, as the crow flies.
Cha!
So here we are, another Roundabout. Great show lined up. Got Jefferson Big Daddy Ross.
This feels like ever stop.
And Michelle Naranjo from lovely and chilly Long Beach, California.
Ooh, burr.
The mercury's really dropping out there, isn't it?
She's wearing her muffler.
It's a cold snap.
Well, I went to the Grand Prix this morning in shorts and just a lightweight hoodie, and it was pouring rain.
Oh, dear. Miserable racing weather. So.
There's an art to it, apparently, in the rain.
I've heard.
That's why NASCAR doesn't do it.
It's too hard.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
But they had the celebrities out there, actually. I was kind of surprised.
Who did you see? Justin Bieber?
Well, I don't know if,
Biebs.
I saw the cars going by, where it says, like, Patrick Dempsey,
And, of course, Jeffrey Ross down in... I suspect things are a little bit warmer out in Jacksonville. No?
We have a bit of a cold spell. It's like 68 degrees today.
Mm-hmm. We all
I
hate
couldn't-
you because of
I
it.
couldn't put the top down in the Miata today.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, speaking of bad, you have some sad news to report. Regrettably, we're losing you as part of the Roundabout family, Jeff.
I'm not leaving like that.
You're making Craig cry.
I just won't be able to be a regularly scheduled guest anymore.
Oh, well, what's going on?
He's going to be regularly scheduled to change diapers.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
But just like Steven and the other guy, what was his name? The redheaded guy?
Panofsky? Oh, that one.
Zach Bowman.
Zach Bowman is his name.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back on a lot, so don't fret.
So people can still get a Jeff Ross fix if they be
They
needing it.
can. You
Plus-
just call me up in the hizzle, and I'll give you the rizzle.
If you're
That's
not
what I do. Just call
feeding or burping or, changing diapers, as Ben said.
Hey, maybe Baby Ross could be the next host of Roundabout. She would do a
Host
better
Jess.
job than Craig.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Baby Ross.
Baby Ross. Is that what her name's going to be? We
Baby
got Baby
my
Ross.
Baby
Baby
Ross.
Ross.
Baby Ross.
Baby Ross.
And whenever we get lonely for a little bit, Jeff, we've always got
Horse cocky. I love it.
a whole stable. We planned for this
3
day.
years of one-liners
Exactly.
from me.
Right.
got virtual Jeff.
absolutely. We got a simulated imitation virtual
What you should
Jeff.
do one time, you should compile all my one-liners and make me a guest just using that.
We even have the time that you called in from your bachelor party. You remember that?
And I'm Jeffrey Ross, Skyping in for my bachelor party in Las Vegas, Nevada. What the? Where's she gonna put that? Oh! Whoa, guys, I gotta go. Yep, the donkey show, as they call it.
Wow, well.
We've all come so far together.
I
Look at us.
know.
Those were the days.
Wait, Jeff. You and I've gone far. Ben and Craig, what have you guys done?
Speaking of news,
So we've got a show.
They moved a couple miles away.
you know, I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, and now I'm going to have to choke back the tears. I'm afraid I'm going to start rusting inside. So we better just move on. Because we've got to get to the news, guys, and I've got to keep myself distracted because this has me seriously depressed, Jeff. You're leaving us for apparently more important things, responsibility.
Yeah, imagine
What's
that.
your policy?
This is bullshit. Bullshit.
Or-
Craig, you have responsibilities.
I don't.
You have to pay for your mom's
iPad.
Angry Birds
iPad
game.
addiction.
I know, exactly. So, well, let's start off the news portion of the show. We have a Roundabout exclusive of sorts. An exclusive we've aggregated from.
Autobatel.
Imagine that. Who found this story? Who wrote it? And what is going on?
What is going on, indeed?
Jeffrey N. Ross, maybe you could tell us a little bit about what Mazda's doing.
Well,
Ford.
I was at the New York Auto Show. I was walking around, and I heard some little rumblings. And it turns out our beloved Mustang Boss 302 Laguna Seca that will destroy any track, there's a bit of a legal issue there.
Admit it, you
And-
were in the bathroom behind Jay Amistoy or something.
Is that where he was? He was dropping a deuce and he heard the Mazda execs talking?
I think it was Mark Fields and whoever's Mazda's guy. Anyway,
It was Beverly Braga. She was in the men's bathroom.
What was she doing in there?
Wow.
you can't keep her out of anywhere.
She's like one of the guys, you know?
You cannot stop her.
No.
But so the Boss 302 Laguna Seca, there's a bit of a legal issue because the official racetrack's name is Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. So as it turns out, Mazda has sued Ford, and now they have to call it the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca edition.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's so funny they're keeping this on the DL.
I know.
Why don't they just call it the Virginia International Raceway Edition or something else, right?
Because I think they still own 3% of Mazda.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it had something to do with that, but they are taking it. There is some news about it because I found this picture online. It's the new rotary blue color that they're having on the Mustang, and
That's
it's
a nice
exclusive for the Laguna Seca edition. But they even changed the little logo on the trunk.
color. This is just ridiculous.
And
It's
what's the color called?
Rotary blue. Get it? Like
Hmm.
Mazda has a rotary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is Ford is pulling away from Mazda. Like, we're done with you. Get out. And then, now Mazda's trying to retaliate, it seems like. It's a bad
Well,
divorce.
They kind of got left in the lurch a little bit,
Who's going to get the kids?
right?
That's what I want to know. So, Jeff Ross, you're a real sleuth here, ace reporter.
Do you have one of those hats with the little press card in it, a fedora?
I don't.
Ah,
Good.
you
There is
should.
one guy
Get
that walks
one.
around with those, Ben. You saw him, I think.
No, I don't think.
Maybe
Did
you
I?
didn't. And I forget his name, but he's an older guy. He walks around with the hat, the little press card in it, literally just press.
Is he from the streets?
He might be. The mean streets of Detroit. I don't know. Anyway, moving along, Michelle, you've got a rather funny story
Well-
here.
Oh, and my heater just came on. So, Ben, hang on a second while I turn it off.
Okay. Mark it, Ben.
Large mentally disabled says Mazda is being a whiny little girl about this. I tend to agree with him.
I knew when I came home and I pumped up the heat that there was something I needed to do before we started the show besides un-VPN.
Should we-
Can you hear it? Is it really bad?
It'll be okay as long as it turns off later.
There it goes. No.
As long as Michelle doesn't talk, there it goes.
Right?
We're okay. We're okay. It's not that bad, Michelle.
So anyway,
Jeff? Okay. Well, Jeff, is there anything else you want to add to that story?
April Fools.
oh.
Look, we had the chat room going.
Oh,
I didn't get to hang out with you guys for April Fools, so
We thought this was real. We really. That sounded kind of absurd, but I knew the photo had to be fake.
why? It took me forever to make that photo.
There's no rotary blue either.
They introduced it.
Craig Googled it.
This is bullshit.
I know Mud Monster's like typing away right now at some like story.
Now, well, thanks, guys. You've caused our audience to lose trust in us as a reliable news source. I hope you're happy that you've destroyed our credibility. Zach says, "Damn you."
That would have been so awesome if that happened, though.
All this hooping and hollering over nothing.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have me on for April Fool's Day. That should be a Jeff Ross holiday on the show. How about that?
Okay.
There we go. It's official Jeff Ross Day.
Gentleman's agreement.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So hopefully we can recover from this embarrassment
I would
with
hope.
some legitimate news stories. And Michelle, you've got one that's putting a myth to bed,
Absolutely.
so to speak.
I mean, some legitimate science.
This is hard-hitting news.
Absolutely. Well, it may be the answer to the question that no one really asked. The Mythbuster? The Mythbuster.
It's pronounced a Mythbusters, Michelle.
It's a My name's Miss Mothermouth. The Mythbuster gang set out to find out why a car doesn't have square wheels. And no, we don't mean the square wheel wells found on every GM truck and SUV. After constructing square rims, tires were stretched onto the frames and voila, square wheels. What it didn't predict in the Mythbuster segment was that instead of landing on the flat sides, I thought it would go like thump, thump. The cloaked F-150 bounced from corner to corner as they built speed. And not only did this blow through the rubber corners very quickly and caused one wheel to shear off the bolts, other than that, it never made sense. And now we know, we don't have square wheels. It looks like an awful ride.
The problem I see here, they've tried square wheels. What about triangular wheels? That's my
What
concern.
about oval wheels? That'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. Ooh.
Ever the thinker, TJ, the assistant, said, why didn't they start off with each wheel on, so that like one wheel was flat, one wheel was on a corner, maybe that way. Because they started
Right.
off completely
Oh, yeah.
flat. Like they probably would have sheared it off faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video. It's pretty freaking hilarious
Yeah, it's funny.
what they did. It's like
I actually caught it on TV. It was a complete accident. So
Who watches that thing anymore?
the
I
I know.
know.
TV.
I know. Wheel of Fortune was over. I had nothing else to do.
All right. Well, hilarious stuff. Those MythBuster guys are pretty good. Moving along, Jeff. You're gonna have a kid here shortly. Are you gonna be the cool parents, or are you gonna be my parents?
Well, I'm not going to be as cool as the guy in this story, but I'm definitely going to be cooler than anything that would put their kid in a Ford Deuce Coupe or whatever you have. I don't know. I'm trying to rip on you, and I was trying to be nice about it too.
How are you nice and ripping on somebody?
I could have taken it more personally, but you have a very nice car. I don't know why I brought that up. Your car's cooler than mine.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, meow.
I love you too.
So anyway,
This is so
yes, I'm
romantic.
gonna be a cool parent. I got Barry Sanders right here. Boom.
Right here.
I
On
know.
your finger.
Where's Barry? On my finger.
Let the record show for the audio audience that Jeff Ross is pointing to a Barry Sanders football on his shelf. Thank you.
But why is it white? It looks like one of those little free footballs handed out at a grocery store.
Look
It's a
what Luke put in
signature.
the chat. It's called the 1932 Bristol Stool Scale Coupe.
It's a signature football from our lovely friends
Nissan.
Nissan. And It's Barry
Datsun.
Sanders right there. Boom. Number
Boom.
20.
Boom.
Just trucked you.
Anyway, Jeff, how are you going to be a cool parent?
I am going to let my kids stay out all night long.
Drinking as preteens.
Drinking, smoking, skydiving, and hanging out with people named Ben.
Reprobates, in other words.
Yes, perhaps.
I don't know if you knew, but it's going to be a girl. And I'm going to let her be a mommy blogger. So I'm going to do all the cool stuff in the world with her.
You're going to put her in a replica Cadillac stroller, perhaps.
Oh, yes. I didn't even think about that idea.
She's going to be a baby blogger?
Oh, but we'll start a whole new way to mooch on the system. My baby needs to test drive the Recaro bucket baby seats.
It was very comfortable.
Meow, meow, meow.
I spilled milk on it. Got
I
wet.
pooped myself.
Gotta go to the bathroom. Bye.
That's going to be the review right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Done.
Write it up.
That's easy.
Patented. Anyway,
Okay.
what do you got going on here, Jeff?
But as a kid, personally, I always remember being pulled around the zoo by my parents in a red flyer wagon. But as evident by this video that we all found on Autoblog, I obviously wasn't cool enough. Likely the offspring of a California resident, only because someone out there could come up with something that's extremely badass. The toddler shown in this video is pushed around in what appears to be a scaled-down Cadillac decked out with tail fins, white wall tires, underbody lighting, and even flamethrower exhaust. But to make this ride even cooler for this little head-bobbing tyke, the interior of the car even has a skull-headed shifter. But my favorite part of the whole video is around the 4-second mark, where the kid stares at the video camera with a "my dad definitely kicks your dad's ass" look on his face.
It's got underbody lights too,
Well,
and
here's the thing
flames
that
out the exhaust.
Flames!
I really could care less about the kid. So
Yeah.
aren't those exhausts kind of dangerous to parents? Because, your Crocs will melt under flame.
How is that
As long
guy
as you
the
don't
cool
have-
parent? He's wearing cargo shorts. I mean,
I know.
Right?
At least he's not wearing hammer pants like Craig's dad wore when he went to car shows.
yeah, you're right. Anyway, moving along. It always bothers me when I see someone transporting a dog in the back of their pickup truck. I'm always worried the little pup will jump out of the bed and, land in oncoming traffic or something. And, also the ride is very windy and, uncomfortable for the animal as they can slide around quite easily. Well, our forebears in the 1930s came up with a solution to this doggone problem. And it comes in the form of several restraints that actually mount to the running boards of period cars. That's right. You can keep Fido safe and secure in a cage outside of your Depression-era vehicle. What could be better? An even more ludicrous restraint consists of a canvas bag with a hole cut in it for the dog's head to pass through. The rest of the contraption clamps to the running boards while hooks support the top through an open back window. And trust me, this thing looks every bit as ridiculous as it sounds. Michelle, as a dog owner, would you ever put one of your little pups in one of these contraptions?
Well, my car, now that I have 6 dogs.
Bag of dogs.
Yeah, kind of.
I saw this. I was just like, this is absurd.
Well, right. So, the great thing is too is if you can put it on the car, it can also act as like a little air conditioner thing, like that bag of water thing that you.
Right.
Or maybe this is like an early side impact protection system.
Well, right. In New York, they call them bumper badgers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This bumper doggers.
Donger. That's a good title idea. Write it down,
But
Ben.
at the same time, this is a much better idea than Clark Griswold ever came up with.
Oh, just tying the leash to the bumper.
I was thinking this is where Mitt Romney got the idea, but maybe not. Maybe he's just raised that way.
I don't know. But the one is a canvas bag with a dog hanging out on the running board. It's like, ooh, everything was dangerous back then. Anyway, poor dogs. Michelle,
Yes.
next story is ridiculous.
Speaking of a dog,
The Beebs.
Chick-fil-A, the official chicken joint for non-caring, non-liberal automotive journalists, was a stop recently for the ultra-cool Justin Bieber. And I know we have some Justin Bieber fans in the chat room.
Mud Monster.
Who turned up in his chromed out Fisker Karma. It's begging for rainbow wheels and a unicorn horn. And I just say, let's have a free-for-all and rag on this kid right now. All I know is Henry's like, he's done a new song that's actually kind of catchy. And she always hated him, so.
But she's the prime demographic for Justin Bieber, isn't she?
No, she's too artsy-fartsy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like to see Justin Bieber's
What?
karma.
Finish that sentence.
Finish.
Awkward
Wait.
pause.
I would like to see his karma break down, and then Miley Cyrus's Volt pull up next to him, and then it catches on fire, and they both explode.
Hellfire.
One can hope. Speaking of explosions, Jeff, something happened on Twitter. Something bad.
Man.
What happened?
I don't know. You tell us.
Jeff, you're on Twitter a lot.
On the
I get your
Facebook,
tweets
pardon
to my
me.
phone. It's
Oh yes, it was on Facebook, Gregory.
They're all the same to Craig.
One's blue and one's yellow.
So what's Lotus has a PR disaster.
Well, I think we've all seen some sort of mental breakdown displayed publicly on Facebook, but Lotus has taken it to a whole nother extreme with an embarrassing social media meltdown with a press release it issued this week. In an attempt to combat what it calls false rumors, Lotus does a horrible job.
Mm-hmm.
They did a
Hold
really
on.
horrible job.
No, the page.
Is it moving on you?
Yes. Okay.
Who did that?
Lotus does a horrible job assuring people of the company's future with a point-by-point rant that comes off sounding like one of the many "Why don't you date me?" emails that Craig sends out each week. But in all seriousness, the 5 rumors look to dispel vary from personnel changes such as the CEO no longer in place to racing, where the company seemingly backed out of F1 due to a lack of funding. Regardless of how many of these so-called rumors are or aren't true, might not really matter in the end anyway, since the rant has probably created more negative press for Lotus in the last 48 hours than all of the other matters combined.
But didn't it just come out last night that they really are getting bought by a Chinese company?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But it's all rumors.
Right.
Rumors with a U are rumors.
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 Yes.
I spelled it the English way in my article.
Lotus are in trouble then.
They are in trouble.
Josh are.
Lotus, what color is your parachute?
I don't know. I don't get Lotus. I don't know. I just don't understand. Malaysian and British.
This is when you need Bob Hall on.
I know. Bob!
Bob!
Where is he?
Lotus versus Lotus.
He's
Yeah.
on Facebook. Hey, let me ask him.
Do that, please. We can get the full lowdown. Anyway, moving along. In keeping with my theme of hanging things from the outside of vehicles, this next story takes the cake. One eagle-eyed jalopnik reader spotted this little gem on the highway outside of Portland, Oregon. Apparently, a Fox body Mustang owner had to transport something quite delicate. The long, pipe-shaped object was even labeled with a warning placard prominently proclaiming, "Fragile." What makes this ridiculous is the fact that the idiot driver strapped the sewer drain-shaped thing to the passenger side of the car. The so-called fragile object was completely exposed to traffic. Wouldn't the roof be a better place for such a thing? Or how about inside the car? Perhaps, but here's what makes this story so funny. The object was affixed to the Stang with sweatshirts held in place by closing the trunk lid and hood. Unbelievable. How did that even work? The guy slammed, he wrapped these sweatshirts around this pipe-shaped object and then closed the trunk lid on the sweatshirt, closed the hood on the sweatshirt, so it pinched it.
Sweatshirts can be quite handy. They're nature's tie-off.
Are they?
They got
A
sleeves.
sponge-like?
That's what they're, yeah.
Okay.
What if it has a hood?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Then you might get shot at.
Right?
Ooh.
Too
Oh,
soon.
Too soon.
Not good. Not good. So
I don't know.
What
but
do you think? What do you think is in this tube?
I
Drugs.
think it's aluminum tubes for manufacturing nuclear bombs.
like Saddam Hussein had. Yeah, aluminum tube.
You think
Isn't it for
Saddam Hussein would
jousting?
drive a non-Fox Buddy Mustang?
Michelle, you think it's for jousting? That's hilarious.
it's like tuner jousting.
In some horrible Fox Body Mustang. Wow. So yeah,
It is
you
not
got to
a
see the
Fox
picture.
Body, by the way.
It's what?
It's not a Fox Body.
It's isn't it still a Fox Body though?
It's just the ugly one, honey. You're getting it confused.
No. Fox Body was like the 80s and
It's-
early
It's the
90s.
same body platform architecture, right? Or is this S95 or something?
Did you say
I don't know.
ass?
I'm not a Mustang expert.
You're
but
a
I know
Mopar
this-
master,
Yes. I know this is not a Fox Body.
but
Mr. Zachary Bowman has a Fox Body.
but
Yes,
the
he does.
architecture was the same from 79 or 78
No.
model year.
All other Mustangs have independent rear suspension. This one has a solid rear axle.
Whoa, what do you mean all other Mustangs?
You're getting him upset, Craig.
Clearly.
Luke says to look at the chat. Craig. Luke knows.
Luke knows. Okay.
Luke knows. And by the way, we have Bob in the chat room now.
Bob.
Bristol Bob, join
Bob
us
Hall.
now. So yeah,
He
well,
could,
let's
he
see.
could talk to us about the Lotus and the Mustang.
Yes,
For hours.
I know. So let's see. Large mentally disabled says it is based on the Fox platform. Boom.
But you're supposed to listen to Luke.
I don't see
And
color,
he-
Ben.
He says no, Craig. That means you're wrong. Bob, Craig, ask your question in case Bob didn't hear it.
Post the picture up so we can see the body style. I'm assuming it's a 94 or 95 Mustang. I can't
It's a
tell.
94 through 98, I think.
Yes, because 99 they had this different restyling.
Wait, that's not it. Sorry.
Doo, doo, doo.
Thanks. You just gave away.
Shut up. Don't click it.
Told me to shut up.
All right, that's it. I just put it in the chat. And your question is, Craig.
Is this a Fox Body Mustang? Bob is type 4. Is this a Fox Body Mustang, Bob?
He's just ugly.
We'll put our thinking music on here. Let's see.
Is it
Oh,
carnival
Big
music?
Retard asks if it's the vertical or horizontal taillights. I think it's the vertical, which means it's like a 96.
It's a
then.
Mustang. Michelle is a Fox. Good answer, Bob. That's hilarious. Don't peek, Zach. You'll ruin the fun.
We probably already have our answer, don't we?
Our answer is coming up after the break. We're going to get to another psychology because Michelle's got a great article she's going to tell us about why young people aren't driving. We're also going to do a roundabout rear view. And, of course, as we teased at the very top of the show, The Price is Correct is coming back. And we got a whole lineup of great vehicles. And Jeff Ross, that is your baby, the baby you've had prior to your actual baby coming. But anyway, you're going to take the reins
It's
on
the
that
pre-baby baby.
Pre-baby, baby.
Baby. So,
Baby.
in the meanwhile, though, we got to talk to you about the Valley Forge Community Financial Reverse Mortgage Program.
Wrong commercial again.
Oh,
Craig.
that's right. Sorry. Amazon.com.
I've
Great
heard of them.
sponsor of. You're a Prime member, Ben. You better have heard of them.
Prime.
Prime.
You're a prime member.
Amazon, great sponsor of Roundabout Show. And we're asking you to do us a quick favor. Anytime you do any shopping, anytime you buy anything from Amazon, help us out. Go to roundaboutshow.com first, and you'll see at the website a banner ad for Amazon right at the top of the page. If you click on that, you do your shopping as you normally would, you check out, you buy your stuff, we will get a little bit of credit for the stuff you purchase, and it'll help us out quite immensely. I know you've been doing it, Ben. Bob Hall, I believe he's been doing it. Michelle, you've been doing it. I've bought stuff off Amazon through it. It's a great way to do it. Doesn't cost you anything else. There's no extra. You get the same great prices you normally would. You just go to roundaboutshow.com first, and please, 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 we're asking you to click on that banner ad right at the top of the page. Do your shopping as you normally would, and we, your favorite automotive podcast, will get some credit for the stuff that you purchase.
It shows you care, Craig.
It does.
That's what's important.
It does.
You know, we could do a pledge drive like PBS.
We could. We certainly could.
In fact, I know there's some podcasts out there that actually have that model. I've noticed recently. They actually will take like 2 or 3 weeks out of podcast episodes, and they will interrupt like the middle of the podcast episode and take a break for like 15 minutes while they tell you why you should be donating.
Couldn't you just fast forward, though?
You could. It's not quite as effective as PBS or NPR, I suppose. But you know what? That's not what we're asking. We're asking you to save a little bit of money. Boo-hoo. Boy. Oh, man, I have to save some money. And support your good friends at Roundabout by going to roundaboutshow.com and then clicking the Amazon banner ad.
At the
Isn't
top.
that
Aren't
right,
we their
Craig?
Aren't we their
Absolutely.
best friends?
Yeah.
I think so.
I
We
think
are.
we're best friends.
We're besties.
And just to BFFs, just to highlight some of the the breadth, the width, the depth of the product line that Amazon offers, from books to computers to food products, you name it, they have got it. We like to highlight a pick of the week every week. And this is a week, as I understand, Ben. So
Right.
it's time we had another pick of the week.
Based on your Earth standards.
Yes. So this week, we went back to basics this week. Amazon really got started selling books, as I recall. And going back to a book pick. And it's called Professional Driving Techniques, The Essential Guide to Operating a Motor Vehicle with Confidence and Skill, available in paperback. 8 customer reviews, almost 5 stars. You think I'd have written it, that rating?
Craig, is this something you're doing on the side?
No.
Okay, good.
Grumble.
I didn't think you could write.
So, yeah, check it out. We got the link in the show notes at
Craig,
roundaboutshow.com.
Craig.
Okay.
It's eligible for Prime.
What does that mean, Ben? I don't speak Amazonian.
Ben's
This-
Prime.
This is great. You
Prime
guys are going to
rib?
love this. If you're a Prime member, you get free 2-day shipping on nearly everything in the Amazon catalog. Anything where you see that little yellow check mark and the blue Prime there, that means I can get that within 2 days, no additional cost to me. That's pretty cool, huh?
It's pretty
That's
awesome.
neato.
I agree.
It's a lot of savings, Craig. So, yes, again, the title of our pick of the week is a book, Professional Driving Techniques, The Essential Guide to Operating a Motor Vehicle with Confidence and Skill. Presumably, it teaches you about using your turn signal and not crashing into other people. I haven't read it, but I can recommend it because 8 other people have given it almost a 5-star rating.
So badass.
That's right. Buy stuff now.
And how do they, one more time, if they just tuned in, as I'm sure many have,
You go to roundaboutshow.com. You'll see a banner ad for Amazon right at the top of the page. You click on that ad. It takes you to the Amazon storefront. And you do your shopping just as you normally would. And when you check out, we get a little bit of credit for all of the stuff you buy. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you any more. You get your same great deals you normally would through Amazon. You help out your favorite automotive podcast.
pretty good.
Can't beat it.
Pretty good.
Can't beat it. So with that, we can get back to the news this week. And we've got a wonderful psychology, which is all about the psychology of cars, presented by our own in-house shrink and brain enthusiast, Michelle Naranjo.
She's a brain enthusiast?
Yes, she
Remember
is.
So you're
Shrink?
telling me that you feel inadequate because your mother, she was a Kia. Why don't you pull into my garage and tell me how that makes you feel?
Ben's been sitting on those for quite a spell, itching to use them. But Michelle, rumor has it, word on the street, young Americans are driving a lot less than they used to, a lot less than their parents.
Duh.
Yeah, apparently that we know this, right? My daughter Henrietta, she's 18 years old. She still hasn't taken her driving test. I've brought home all the stuff from the DMV.
Jeez.
Her boyfriend just turned 18 as well, and he immediately got his driver's license, drove over, and they sat in the house.
And they sat in the house.
I'm sure on Facebook or something, watching YouTube. I don't know what it is with these kids, but yes,
Maybe they watched YouTube videos of other people driving.
maybe. Yeah, they were watching the Auto by Tele YouTube channel.
wouldn't?
They were watching
TJ
TJ go
down
off
the road.
the track. Poor TJ. But yeah, the annual number of vehicle miles traveled by young people, which young people are now considered 16 to 34. All of you guys fit in that, except for Bob and I. Jonathan Brown's on here too, so yeah, he doesn't count. But it decreased by 23% between 2001 and 2009. And the share of 14 to 34-year-olds without a driver's license increased by 5 percentage points from 21 to 26%.
So
Interestingly,
how are these people getting around? I mean,
Public transportation.
public
Twitter.
transportation's on a rise. And Twitter, exactly. And you know what's interesting? Gas demand declined almost a full percentage point from the week before.
wow.
We're literally and even though gas prices, they kind of peaked for a little while there, the prices have gone down, but people are still using less and less gas. And I think it's this like young group of people that are not choosing to drive. And
Why are they not choosing to drive? It's very interesting because cars used to be the freedom for young people to get out and go places and do things and see their friends. And
it's expensive to own a car. It's expensive to be insured.
Mhm.
It's I think a lot of it is, in some cases there's that part of them that is like the people that love to, they look at me, I'm driving a Prius. Their sort of statement is, look at me, I'm taking public transportation.
Interesting. Do you think? What about all the safety regulations and, like you mentioned, insurance? It's kind of taken all the fun out of it too. You can't even get a car with a manual anymore if you wanted one.
Well, I don't even know what they would do with one if they had one with a manual.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, the difference between insuring a car once you've reached 30 years of age is, as opposed to below that age, is huge. It basically halves your insurance.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm not sure that you don't know that yet. Ben, did your insurance go down when you had your birthday recently?
No, and I don't know if that's a result of many points on my license.
Oh, the object is not to catch them all then, right?
I thought it was. I didn't understand. I didn't get the memo on that one.
Okay.
But no, it hasn't. Has not gone down. In fact, it's only gone up. And I don't know if it has anything to do with being Pontiac G8 or anything like that.
It's a GT. It's got the 8-cylinder engine.
That's true.
Yeah. So, is there anything the industry could do to turn this unfortunate trend around? Because if young people don't start buying cars, their kids may not.
I think what they're trying to do is several different layers of things, right? So one of the things they're trying to do is they're trying to make cars that have the technology in them but are still super cheap, right? So, some of these new base cars come with technology that, the cars used to be optional with air conditioning. Now they'll come with all sorts of different things like, telematics. I don't know, whatever you call it. I hate the word telematics, by the way.
Like infotainment. Hairball.
Yeah, and it's sort of an open game, right? Because since kids view cars differently now, it's like they're not buying the cars that their parents would probably think that they should have, so they're trying to do things a little differently. And
we're bucking the trend, right?
I guess, are you? Well, you are, because you're just driving an old C30. I mean, Ford Focus.
Mm-hmm. Don't build it up to what it's not.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That can't get good gas mileage.
Actually, I had Jeff, I think I might have told you I was having some engine trouble.
What year is your Focus?
My Focus, 2002.
Right, so that basically is a current C30 gets the same gas mileage as your car, which is not good.
No. Well, my car, I average about 30 to 31 miles per gallon.
Oh, it's because you use cruise control all the time.
Well, yeah, I use
And your slowpoke.
I do 55.
In a 70.
It's the most efficient speed to drive.
Jeff, you think you're joking, but you've never had to follow him to a restaurant, and it's like, oh my God, just go a little faster.
Who doesn't have points? Oh, right, me.
Yeah, well, there's an opposite
Ben would
side
rather
to that coin.
pay for the luxury of being cool.
Yep, I'm just such a cool guy. Dungeon Master Ben. I got a G8, guys. Let's hop in.
Let's go to the malt shop.
What were you about to say about your car, Craig, having problems?
Oh, I don't know if I had told you. Well, I think I did at the New York Auto Show. I was having trouble. Thought it was carbon. build up. It was running.
Well, I saw the pictures you had on Facebook of the clean valves
Yes.
and torn apart engine complacement.
Anyway, I ended up looking further into it. It turns out a couple of the bucket tappets were improperly sized, so they were actually holding. One of them was just completely holding the exhaust valve open, one of the exhaust valves, so swapped it out with some smaller, thinner,
I fixed that.
basically.
I'm a smart man.
Figured it out, and it runs great.
Oh, got my
now.
bucket tap one with open.
Well, I wasn't that. What year is that Focus?
02.
I think the 2002 Focus had what Ford called a continually open variable valve timing.
Oh, okay.
So
It was
supposed
only
to be.
used that 1 year, and the purpose was instead of keeping all the gas in the engine, it just spewed raw gas out.
To keep the catalytic converter hot for better
Right.
emissions, right?
Right. So you're not having an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It was designed that way.
Okay. Well, after I rectified the design, modified it, my fuel economy went up by more than 6 miles per gallon.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway,
Maybe you should do a retrofit sort of symposium.
thank you for joining us this afternoon. I want to talk to you about retrofitting cars for better fuel economy.
We have a serious topic today, people. It's tappets.
Tappets are our topic.
Topic tappets.
The
We're
bucket tappet.
talking tappets.
That could be a good title right there. Anyway.
Already on it, Craig.
Ben's one step ahead, so I better not move on to the next segment until he's done typing because he will have to play
done?
the sound effect.
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
done
that.
yet, Ben? Are you
Yeah.
I'm
done
done.
yet?
I'm done.
You got it queued up? Go. Engage.
What thing are we doing?
Roundabout review.
Roundabout
Engaged.
rear view. Never. I can.
When we go a motoring,
Oh, in my old jalopy.
When I go a motoring in my old jalopy, I think of all our picnics, those Joes sure were sloppy. But more than anything, I can't forget you.
Here's another edition of Roundabout Review. And Jeff's so sad he's never going to get to hear that again.
yeah, it's there you go. Anyway,
Upsetting.
I
Found-
will. I can still listen to the show.
But you know you
Exactly.
won't.
He's still a fan.
now Ben, you found this one on Gizmodo.
Did I? Oh, careful how you say that. You're pronouncing that.
I'm offended.
Yes.
It's a soft J.
Jogging. Apparently, you just run.
It's an H,
Gizmodo.
like the
He's-
J in my
he's
name.
muscle.
Michel Naranjo.
Michelle Naranjo.
Anyway, I guess the city buses in San Francisco back in the 50s, they came up with a nifty way of cleaning them out. Rather than taking all the time and effort to sweep them, they had the Cyclone Bus Duster. I like that name. It's the Bus Duster.
Bus duster.
Bus Duster.
Bus duster. It's like a heat seater.
Exactly.
Heat seater. Yes, exactly.
Who
So,
are you going to call? Bus dusters.
so apparently this contraption, they would hook up like this accordion thing to the back door. They would leave the front door open and then hook like a giant blower up to it, and it would just blow all the dust and detritus out of the bus.
That's also how you get homeless people off your bus.
Or air it out once they've been removed.
It's like a hurricane on here.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Close the damn door.
Does anyone else feel a draft?
Put your pants on, Benjamin.
Benjamin. So anyway, apparently it would save literally hours of hand sweeping. Didn't know it took that long to clean a bus, but
You'd be surprised.
wouldn't
Oh,
that
you've
kick up
never
a bunch
been on
of...
a bus after a bus party.
What's a bus party?
With a stripper pole, right?
Oh, I was just going to say in Tampa.
That's
Jeff
where
gets
they know
all
how to
quiet.
bus party. That's where they do the best bus partying.
Where?
Tampa.
Have you been on a
believe
bus
it.
party in Tampa?
I have not.
Well, how do you know they're the best then? How can you quantify them like that?
Well, I just did.
Well, I just did. What are you going to do about it, Craig?
Boom.
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 So, wouldn't this kick up a bunch of dirt and get it on the seats and everything? Wouldn't that cause more trouble?
You can do a
Well,
lot.
that's when they
to
had
get in the face.
asbestos seats anyway, so I don't think it mattered.
So very cool. Well, not really. It's just kind of stupid. But
I would
roundabout,
love to do that in my house.
just hook a giant
think
blower up
it's
and leave the back
no.
door open and Might blow your little pups away, though.
Exactly.
Mini May.
Bob says he spent a month in Tampa one day. So that is Roundabout Rear View, Ben.
It is. It's true.
And now it's time for a stupid car trick.
Good.
Go on, boy. Go get it. Come on now.
Wait for it.
Yes.
There it is. So what we've got this week is one pissed off Russian took his
Aren't
car.
all Russians pissed off?
Well, when
No.
they're sober, right? Out of vodka. No. So the guy apparently tried to take
That is racist.
Guy tried to take his vehicle back. I think it was a Suzuki to the dealership. I think he was having trouble with his shock absorber. They refused to fix it. So rather than doing the sensible thing of going to another dealership or, maybe a third-party garage, he decides to just ram into the store multiple times. It's like Carmageddon in there, Ben.
It is. Is there any sound to this video?
I don't know. It would be in Cyrillic.
Oh, there we go. Rock out. Come on.
7 seconds.
We should all head Bob right now.
He's on the carriageway to Hades.
It's not copyright. I missed it. Check it.
Oh, he smashes one of the windows. Oh, he's driving right through it. Now, in the order of progression, is this the immediate thing one of you guys would do? No, sir, we're not. No, ma'am, we're not going to fix your shock absorber. Would you just plow into the store?
Depends
as
on
much
how
as you
drunk
want
I
to.
was.
Depends on how drunk he was. This guy is.
He's hardcore.
Yeah, he's trying to get the. I mean, it's not just like, okay, it's in there, good enough. They learn their lesson. It's like, okay, I'm going to do as much damage as possible.
He's like trying to
driving
do
all
a U-turn,
around.
like a 7-point turn. And there are people in the store still. He's just driving into
Well, he doesn't want to get caught. He's going to get out of there. We'll never know what hit
It's
him.
like a drunken rampage.
Does somebody need to remind him that he bought a Grand Vitara?
Oh. I think
love
he's
the
taking buyer's
the
remorse.
demolition derby style backing up he does.
That's awesome.
You don't want to damage all the sensitive stuff of the cars at the front, the radiator, the engine. You don't want to damage it, so you back it up, right, Jeff?
Yep, that's how you do it.
Oh, yeah. Look, he's just going to town. He's not there to make friends.
I like the stuff that kicks out from his tires. That's awesome.
Is that a GMC Envoy or something? What is in the background there?
It's some Russia car.
A Lada, maybe.
Whoa, there he went.
He's gone.
So that's a
I
pretty.
don't
No,
know.
he's back.
Zach says that he's running into multiple Nissan vehicles parked in the showroom. Was that just for SEO sake?
I don't know. Gosh. The crazy things people do.
with cars.
That's why it's a stupid car trick. And that was pretty dumb because he probably got arrested and thrown in jail. Be my guess. Anyway, our last segment, the meat and potatoes of the show here, the moment you've all been waiting for, America's favorite internet game show with amazing prizes. What is it, Ben?
True.
What is it, Ben?
Here it comes!
Internet's
The most exciting
podcast game.
of fantastic prizes! The fabulous
10-minute-ish.
prize is...
Correct. Insert contestant name here.
Come on down!
Bob votes for me.
Bob doesn't get a vote this time.
He doesn't have hall suffrage yet.
That's right.
All right, Jeffrey, this is your segment. This is the one you've nurtured and pioneered. The Price is Correct.
Who am
do
I
you
going to
got?
hand it off to? Or is it going to die with me?
I think you will take it to the grave.
Oh.
This is yours.
Oh.
This is yours, Jeff. We're not going to usurp
Ben
that.
hasn't had a say in that yet. This is too good.
You don't get a say. It's the
Well,
Craig Cole show.
Whoa.
That's right.
Oh.
Well, I know that by now, I guess.
Mutiny.
So what's going on here?
Well, do you want to just jump right in?
How does this work, Craig?
Oh, I got to explain it now?
Well,
Let's
not
have a
not
baby.
everyone has listened to all 125 episodes of
Well, they
of
should
RoundAbout.
have.
Yeah, well,
All right, so
No one's
Jeff,
allowed.
We haven't done this 125 times, though.
well, that's a good point.
Touche. So Jeff Ross goes out. He finds weird or unusual, crazy vehicles on Craigslist.
Wacky.
Or
These things are off the nut.
So he finds these unusual cars. He
And I
then,
bring them on back to you guys.
He
Show
wrangles
and
them
tell,
up.
if you will.
Yeah. You wrangle them up, and then it's our job to guess how much they cost. The person that's closest to the price without going over is the winner of that round. They go to the Showcase Showdown.
Or as I call them, the wiener.
Wiener.
You are the wiener.
So
Just don't go to the wiener circle.
you've got a bevy of choices this week.
I have a trio.
All right.
And up first, if I'm clicking correctly,
Meow.
is a 57 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser 4-door hardtop. It's a pretty mean-looking beast, if you ask me.
What the hell is it?
It's a Mercury. Mercury used to be a brand owned by Ford Motor Company.
Do tell.
And if you do recognize the waterfall grill in the front,
Oh.
that will allude you to the future cars like the Montego and the Milan.
Well,
But this fine car is the Turnpike Cruiser.
tell us more about it.
It does have some rust. It's got a V8 push-button 2-speed automatic with power windows, including the back glass.
Whoa. Back glass.
No texting, and if you call the guy and if nobody answers, just leave a voicemail, and your call will be returned.
Does it have My Mercury Touch?
It does not.
Touch button shift, though.
Apparently, it doesn't run because the intakes and the head are in the trunk.
That's a good place for him.
I don't think any kind of V8 runs with separated engine components, but who knows? It's Mercury. They're quirky.
They do things different.
So who wants to...
I could clean my car out by just opening everything. Like the bus, right? I could just put the back window
Right,
down,
it's
open the
true.
side window, right? And just let it all get sucked out.
Michelle, why don't you start us off? Give us a good guess as to what you think this vehicle would cost.
Well, in its current state, I'm going to go with $9,999.99.
Whoa. That's technically less than $10,000. But not much.
Technically, yes. What do you think, Craig?
I'm going to go $29.95 on this beauty because I think Michelle is a little optimistic, frankly.
And
Well,
Benjamin?
I know, but you know how some of these people are.
Yeah,
Some of
like
these
all of them.
sellers.
I don't know if it matters, but the car is located in Joplin, Missouri.
Easy to get to.
Just take it. Never mind. I was about to say an inappropriate.
Oh,
Bad,
just
Jeff.
text
Bad.
it to me.
What do you think, Ben?
What do
You
I
can
think?
play.
Well, but I saw the price.
Oh, that's
You just
right.
guessed wrong then.
Okay, chat room. You guess.
Chat room, guess the price of this beautiful Mercury.
Oh, I'm not logged in anymore. I can't
Zach
see
L
anything.
says $999.98.
Whop said that I'm right.
Mud Monster, 50 cents. Scott in Cleveland, 2,000. Bob, 5,280. What about a nautical mile, Bob? 6,080, isn't it?
The
Anyway.
actual retail asking price of said vehicle is exactly $2,000.
Whoa!
We were
Someone
both.
hit the nail on the head.
Scott in Cleveland is a cheater in Cleveland, I bet.
What did Scott win?
Yeah, they can see it all.
Mr. Cleveland is the winner.
Who let Craig's mom out? Woof, 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 woof.
I don't know.
Hey, she can't walk right now, you guys. She just had bone spur surgery.
It was in a shoulder, Michelle, all right?
Talk to the computer. I didn't do that.
Scott's like, yes, no cheating. All right, what's our
But
next
if
vehicle?
anyone wants the car, they can call Norm.
No,
Just remember, no texting.
no texting.
I don't
Ah,
have a text plan. It's
I hate
20
that crap.
cents. 20 cents each message.
ain't no
This
teenage
technology
girl.
Sucks. My Ford Touch doesn't work right.
I like the next one. I
What
just
is
saw
it?
the picture.
All right. Well, this baby,
Oh.
a 1951 Studebaker dump truck. It runs good and dumps better. It should say that.
And it's taking one right now.
It should say that. Tires are average, but you must see to appreciate. And if you have to see this thing to appreciate it, you need to get punched in the nose because it's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
This thing is located in Montana. It's on a ranch in
Ooh.
Wilsall. And you can call Jerry. But before you call Jerry, you might want to ante up the money. And Craig, how much money do you think he wants?
26,000, roughly 26,000 Norwegian krona.
You guys,
That's $4,500.
you got to use American money.
4,500. Final answer.
Shell.
I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna go with 4,900.
Ooh, it's just the thing you would do.
I know.
Is there anyone in the chat room that wants to play?
Chat Roomosaurus.
It's not a Mac. It's a Studebaker. Damn.
Luke says
Studebaker.
1,500. Zach says 99.97. Bob says 27,500 with a certificate of entitlement. Mud Monster 249.97. Luigi B
All right.
3,500. Jonathan Brown 5,100.
Actual retail asking price, an even $1,000.
Oh,
Ooh.
Whoa.
that's a
Are we
steal.
going Montana?
Let's go
Large
Montana.
mentally disabled.
You guys should take the MKT to Montana and pick this bad boy up.
Oh yeah.
I think they crushed our MKT.
They probably did because
They
the
could
cruise
not get
control
the
didn't
smell
work.
out.
Wait, we don't talk about the smell, Ben, remember?
Oh,
that's
right. Yeah, somebody had a little breakdown.
Shut up.
He's still sensitive about it, but I think large mentally disabled one. He guessed $800. Didn't go over. So
Ow, don't quit your day job as America's favorite Wilford Brimley impersonator. Established 1978.
very good. So that's
All right,
2/3 of our
finally.
vehicles.
My favorite car of the groupster is a 1949 Chrysler four-door, and it says a brown six-cycle. I don't know if that's the car or they're just calling it the color.
Or is
I
that
don't-
a
but it looks
type?
like
Rust.
rust. I don't know. It's a brown six-cycle. Who knows?
It's a 6-cycle engine. Intake,
Wait,
compression,
what did you pay for your
combustion.
car, Craigie?
What again? What?
Does combustion
What did
twice.
you pay for your car?
For my car?
Yeah.
It's a
Not the
6-cycle.
Focus. What did you pay
Oh,
for
I thought
your...
you said 5,900 for
You
mine.
got screwed.
Did
Well,
I?
this thing it hasn't
I
been
don't know.
started, and it probably doesn't run, and its body is pretty rough. The interior is decent except the headliner, and it was owned by one family until recently.
This is awesome.
So that's cool right there.
I would drive it as is.
I like the little visor thing in the front.
Yeah, those are
The
awesome.
chrome looks so pretty.
I like the color too.
It's so sparkly.
Now,
It's
Jeff, you are a
sparkly.
Mopar fan. Would you go for this?
No.
Mm.
I mean, I would,
No.
but no.
So you wouldn't then.
Out of the three cars, this would be my third favorite. I like this one. I think it looks the coolest.
Yeah.
It's got that 40s vibe to it, but I would go with the Merc. That's what I call it. The Merc.
All right.
The Merc, the Stewed, and the Cry.
The Cry.
The Cry.
I'd take the dump truck.
The dump truck's pretty sweet.
I gotta take a dump truck. Uh.
Wow. So who's gonna guess first?
We'll go with Michelle.
I think you should.
I'm gonna go with my old bet, $4,900.
4,900. Well, this
I'll
was
stand by.
this is a one family owned car here. It runs. It's got beautiful chrome, lovely color. I'm gonna go with $5,100. $5,100. Beat that.
And what say you, chat room? It is a great getaway car.
Bob
and we don't
says,
take Canadian money.
Yep. 3 easy payments of $19.95, says Mud Monster. Well, he wins. That's the cleverest answer of them all right there.
All right. Well, the person in the upper peninsula of Michigan is asking $1,250.
That's it?
You guys overbid on everything.
Oh my
Gosh.
God, we must be filthy lucre rich.
You
Yeah,
guys
no kidding.
won the lottery, didn't you? And now you're just blowing it all on used cars on Craigslist.
It's ridiculous.
So disappointed.
No, I'm just using it on the one I drive every day.
You having trouble with the M? Or the M?
The Z?
Yes, the Z. Sorry.
Yes.
What's
It's
wrong
still
now?
a letter.
What's wrong
It's
now?
dying a quick death.
No, what's wrong with it?
It's a BMW.
Oh, okay.
It's 13 years old. It's tired.
I'm sleepy.
Well, you got your Kia.
Kia.
Yes. So who carried the day this week, Jeff?
I think the chat room did.
I think they did too. They're the big winner.
Congratulations, you've just earned 15,000 bonus kilometers on Air Koryo, North Korea's flagship airline. As a dear flyer, you're just a few trips away from eternal flyer status, and you know what that means. 2 free check bags on all domestic flights and access to the Workers' Party Lounge.
Awesome, lucky chat room,
I know.
bonus kilometers, and
Lucky.
access to the Workers' Party Lounge, Air Koryo. Gosh.
I hope it doesn't blow up after 1 minute.
And on that note, we have reached the end of the line this week.
What?
We have reached the end of the line this week. That chat room, thank you for joining
Okay.
us. Panelists, we do appreciate your patronage. And, you know, we've certainly had a great time with Jeff Ross. You know, he's really part of our immediate RoAB family. And when one of our loved ones must pass, we never like to send them off without a proper farewell. He's a one-man sound drop factory, in fact, and a leading low-cost manufacturer.
So, Jeff, this is for you.
Mm-hmm. Ben Charles is playing the air piano.
As we travel through the years, our days are filled with tears. It's so emotional, baby. 'Cause we have to say goodbye to the folks who change our lives.
Horse hockey.
But you're not the only one who's completely overcome.
Thank you, girl.
Trust the things you feel inside and the love you cannot hide.
I love it.
We all know it was so, but it's time for you to go.
Don't put me on the plane, animal.
I was being metaphorical, but really flying's not that horrible.
It is a hybrid.
If you're looking to go green, have you heard that diesel's clean? Yeah, that's not the one I meant.
Michelle's got her lighter out.
Plus it'll cost a pretty cent.
That's a bargain.
I thought you were into Jeeps. This song is going on for weeks.
Get off my lawn.
Yes, Jeff, I can take a hint. So I'll get headed back to Flint. Just one more thing before I go, and that's the more you know.
Priceless.
So there you go, Jeff.
It took Craig 3 minutes to join in the dance.
I know. We're
I
all
was
dancing
laughing at
away.
what Bob was saying. He called it a comfort seizure, what you were doing. Cran Breaking says, oh my good, that was good. Oh, man. Cran, he said, you're too good at that, Ben.
Is what
Bob,
Swain
Ben
did.
Legend.
the legend. Ben has made up for his little musical mishap, the
Taking it to the max.
Yes, taking it to the max thing. This auto-tuned it quite well, I must say.
That was very good.
But you can't have a good song without good writing. That's the bedrock, the foundation of a good musical piece. And I think you nailed it there, Ben. You really wove those sound bites together.
Thank you.
Elegantly.
I think you're going to be up for a podcast Grammy.
It could be.
With that
could
song.
be.
A casty. Yeah.
I nominate Ben Sanders for a shorty.
What's that?
I don't know. It's something on Twitter.
I know.
I think that we got nominated once.
We did.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh. So Luke is asking, what was your favorite soundbite, Jeff?
It was How You Feeling, Girl?
Naturally, that's the best.
Because off the cuff.
And the music.
You guys were spying on me. No. I was talking to my dog.
How you feeling?
I thought my microphone was muted.
Zach L says his favorite is horse cocky.
And I hope he means the sound drop.
Yes. Anyway, we've got to say goodbye, Jeff. I know you got to step down as a regular on Roundabout, but you will be back.
I will not be gone forever.
No, you will be back.
Not by a long
Jeff,
shot.
If you can't be regular, don't forget to eat your prunes.
Eat my prunes.
Eat some fiber, soluble fiber. So, yes, don't worry, folks. Jeff will be back.
And, of course, I'm still on Facebook and Twitter, so you guys can all talk to me there if you want to.
What about the Auto by Tel? You still going to be there?
Yes, I'm on there, too.
Okay.
He also tweets through the Auto by Tel and Facebook through the Auto
I'm
by
all
Tel.
over the place. I find outlets, and I take them, and I make them my own.
Give us your plug. What are you working on?
Run down those Twitter handles and your Facebook handle and all that.
Well, my Twitter handle is Jeffrey N. Ross, just one word. I'm on Facebook, jeffrey.n.ross. And I also am on the Autobytels, which is at Autobytel, or facebook.com/Autobytel, I believe. N stands for Neil, not Nancy, as some people have been spreading rumors.
Vicious rumors!
Someone said Nash. They thought it was Jeffrey Nash Ross, and I said no, that was cool, but it's Neil, as in Neil Diamond.
Right, Neil Bridges. They're not cool.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jeff, for your time and your service with the program. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
You've been here since day one.
That means we have one original left.
We have one original left.
If you don't count
I can thank all this is due to the Ford Taurus.
Yes, it is.
I'll put it right out and say it. Thank you, Ford Taurus.
Thank you, Ford Taurus. 2010 Ford Taurus.
It brought me and Gregory together.
It did.
Did it?
Absolutely.
Wow, I didn't even know this story.
And
North Carolina,
I wanted to ride with Craig. I said, hey, man, you look kind of cool. You want to ride together? Let's roll.
Heck yes.
And Craig was like, no, I'm rolling with this other cool guy, Paul Eisenstein. And I'm like, whoa.
Whoa, stop.
And then I said, I'm rolling with this other guy. I forgot who it was. That's how brokenhearted I was.
I know.
And
you're still devastated.
Yeah. But I still love the SHO.
Sweet. It's pretty sweet. That's back during your auto...
Autotropolis.
Yes. Tropolosaurus.
Yeah, the Autotropolises.
The Autotropolosaurus is no longer.
I know.
But it lives on in Autobytel.
Yep. Yeah. We
There's
just consumed it. And
if you look on Wikipedia, it still exists as a property of Autobytel.
You can go to the Internet Wayback Machine and check it out.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. Well, thank you, Jeff. We do look forward to the next time you're on the show.
Not to make this all about me, but oh my God, I'm the last one left.
I know. Ben and I haven't driven them all away yet. Imagine that. There's still a straggler.
I'm on vacation with Ben and Craig, and I'm still here.
You're an originalist.
We drove Bowman away.
Hey.
Oh.
She's a trooper. Craig.
She's got patience and a heart of gold.
I think it also helps she's on the left coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, you are also an Autobyteller.
Like 25 hours younger than us at all times.
Right.
Oh. So tell us, Michelle, about you're now the editor-in-chief of Autobytel.
Yeah, I got a
I always said it was editor-in-cheese.
I am. I love cheese.
Sounds delicious.
Ben can make cheese from scratch.
True. Okay, that's enough of that.
So was there like a night of the long knives, a big purging at Auto Bytel, and you just rose to the top, Michelle?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to make up an exciting lie story.
I don't know. It was like one of those like, oh, you've done good, Joe.
Well.
Here.
Congratulations, you won.
We do
What?
actually
A
have
merit-based promotion? What is that all
I-
about?
well, this is kind of funny. So what Jeff and I were referring to, I think before the show started, was if you go on any automotive site like AOL Autos or Cars.com or Auto Trader, KBB, any of those, and you look up a Mazda page, right now you get a ad that says Mazda CX-5 crossover of the year voted by Auto Bytel. So basically we have our name on like every single site on the world right now where Mazda is advertising because Jeff Ross drove the CX-5 early and had such a great report back on it that all of us decided to call it crossover of the year because we thought it had so much promise. So
And
it's
Jeff
all
has
Jeff's
so
fault.
much sway.
And we just plugged our competition because they're plugging us all the time. That's how we
Exactly.
roll.
Just trying to be nice.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
So what are your new responsibilities, Michelle? Or is it pretty much the same stuff?
She gets
Well-
an assistant, right?
Ooh.
Well, so he's not really my assistant. That's what's so funny. So he's helped me develop the entire video thing, which I had actually kind of started the work on before, which we have the Auto Bytel YouTube channel, which has gotten over 1 million views in less than 3 months or something like that. Ridiculous. I think we're like up 1.3 million or something since
Jiminy
December 15th.
Christmas.
And yeah, so TJ does that. I mean, I have TJ doing all sorts of different things. He doesn't get my coffee or anything like that. So
He should. He makes a damn good coffee. He's from Miami.
I know he's a good kid.
He's a good youngster.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle, we thank you. Jeff's been an original recipe roundabout, or so have you. We thank you for your storied service with the podcast. You know, we're still trucking.
Jeff is special crispy.
Extra crispy roundabout.
Michelle deserves a medal, I think.
She does.
What kind of medal? Like
Something
bronze.
dipped in bronze.
Yeah, something dipped in bronze. Like
How
Like
about
a cell phone that works still.
covered in metal?
Take her BlackBerry, her work phone, and
But
dip it in
wouldn't-
bronze.
It couldn't work if it was encased in metal. It wouldn't get a signal, would it?
You broke Craig's brain, and that means
We got to thank Ben.
Oh, we don't have to.
Well, we do.
Ben, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Benjamin.
you know, as we travel through the years, our lives are filled with tears.
Yeah.
That's all.
Remember, you can watch Roundabout Live every Friday evening, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes.
Thank Craigie, everybody.
Thanks, Craig.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Caused
whatever.
trouble. Remember, you can watch Roundabout Live every Friday evening, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time or 3:30 on the West Coast.
Ish.
And don't forget to check out the rest of the Autoline family of fine programs, including Autoline This Week, Autoline After Hours, and, of course, Autoline Daily. You know, we're doing
Hold on a second. Speaking of Autoline Daily, didn't someone today act as host?
Well, the show does have a host. Yeah, there's a host on there.
It was you, Craig.
What?
I just remembered.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you stand in?
It was that guy over there. Two boxes to my left.
2 boxes to
He sat in fact.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Craig.
And the chat room didn't.
Tired to stand up?
I'm too tired.
His legs get weak.
They do. I got all that bone to support. So structure. Yes, I did host Autoline Daily today for John. So he's
there you go.
going to start cycling us through, stepping up for him. So anyway, yes.
Don't be too enthusiastic about it.
No, I'm just trying to be modest, Ben. I'm trying to be modest.
You're a movie star.
No. But you can check it out at autoline.tv/daily.
It's true.
So, no, I don't want to push you there if you don't want to go, but it is episode 868. Anyway, Roundabout, we are doing the social media. We're on Twitter, twitter.com/Roundabout Show. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/Roundabout Show. Very easy to find. Just give a search. You can dig us up. Not too much trouble. We'd love to hear from you as well, so get involved. If you never want to miss an action-packed episode, and frankly, who doesn't, you can subscribe to RoAb on either iTunes or the Zune Marketplace, or you could even use a service like Stitcher. They're all great ways to get the show very fast and very easy. Anyway, thanks to all of you out there listening. Please join us again next week as we circle the roundabout. We'll talk to you then.
How you feeling, girl?
You're oddly silent, Craig.
Hmm?
There's the blower
Can
again.
you hear the blower?
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Oh my God.
I thought you were on the airplane again.
No, my neighbor started the blower right as we started saying goodbye.
There were no ice cream trucks this time, though.
Or fire
Well,
trucks.
it's raining.
Aw.
Fire truck was my favorite.
It's raining. That's true. The fire trucks are, yeah.
Well, good timing. They waited till the end of the show, at least.
See,
So we need a title, though.
We've
for this
got some
baby.
nominees.
What have we got?
I think I spelled tap it wrong, but
Well, whatever.
What do you know? You're not a car guy.
I know.
So what are they, Ben? You care to
All right.
humor the
Chat room, pay attention. Because
Bob
here
is
are
tell-
your title nominees. We've got Bumper Doggers. We've got Tappet Topics. Gotta say that slowly. Tappet Topics.
Tap topics.
We've got Ricky Ticky Tappet, submitted by Boab. We've got Runs Good, Dumps Better. Which I like. We've got Brown Six Cycle.
Oh, I don't like that one.
We've got Blame It on Taurus. And we've got Comfort Seizure.
Sizua.
Seizure.
Ricky Ticky Tap.
You like Ricky Ticky Tappet?
That's kind of cool.
Chat
I
room,
like
what
Run-
say you?
Runs good, dumps better is hilarious, too.
Picture of a mongoose with a tappet for a head, says Bob.
Titled Ricky Ticky Tappet. Or Ricky Ticky Tappet, I don't know.
Zach likes Comafort Seizure.
Zash. Come on for it. That wasn't an option, actually, but...
And Luke likes to... His new meme is merging all of our title nominees.
Okay.
So he says, Ricky Dumping Seizure. Okay.
Luigi B.
Luigi B
think
says,
Luke is
blame
getting-
it on the ta-ta-ta Taurus. Price was to
Luke's
sing
getting
that.
funnier even more this year.
He's a comedian.
Well, he
More
discovered
funnier?
Bacardi 151, didn't he?
Large mentally disabled says, runs good, dumps better.
We got a split vote here, guys. This is another...
I think Boab is maybe typing.
Bob, let's see what he says. He's going to say Ricky Ticky Tappets.
Comafort Seizure.
Comafort.
He's a Comafort Seizure.
He's a Comafort seizure. Blame it on Taurus, says Scott in Cleveland.
I think Luke's already having a midlife crisis. This is
I know.
Did he buy a Corvette?
if you're losing your mind at this point from your job, we might.
Sorry,
I
Jonathan.
think we've got 3 votes for runs good, dumps better.
That's kind of the front runner, isn't it? Come on. He's
I think
Zach's
that's actually how you would say that while you're having a seizure.
Yeah, that's true.
Zach is the
Luke
RoAb
says blame it on
historian.
the seizure. Ricky Ticky Tappet. Tappet Topics. Bumper Doggers. Runs good, dumps better. Brown Six Cycle. That just sounds too bad.
Bob says, "Come photo." See ya.
Oh, Jonathan Brown's wishing us good night.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Good night, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Thanks for being a fan.
Thank you for being a fan.
Japanese pronunciation. Kamu photo. Suja. Luke wants me to say it in my Asian accent. Let's try this. Komu photo sija.
Seja.
Seja.
What time zone is Detroit in?
Yeah, and Craig, don't tell Luke to say it in his Asian accent because he'll get angry.
Uh-oh.
It's completely different.
Mud Monster's changing his vote to Komu photo seja. Seja. Luigi B is also changing his vote to Komu photo seja.
Bob says
Say.
SE sounds a bit
Say.
like say.
Say. Oh, say. Now AM2 likes it. Large mentally disabled says, "Oh snap." Como foto seja. Well, what's it going to be? We need who's going to step up and make the call?
My vote is for runs good, dumps better. Although I kind of like the tap it ones as well.
You don't like como foto seja?
Ben's feeling vaguely racist.
Vaguely. I don't know.
I might know Ben a little bit.
Yep.
Blob says, I vote for Ben.
Luigi B is torn between como foto and runs good, dumps better.
Well,
Luigi B,
Bob said...
If it can't be como futo...
Runs good, dumps better is nice.
You like that one?
But earlier, Bob said runs good, dumps better with the rear view of a plumber photoshopped in front of the truck.
There we go.
Large mentally... Como Fort Sage. Yeah, there's Zach L at the control C.
You know what?
Control
He's
V.
I was gonna say he's really good at Control C, Control V. Good job,
He's
Zach.
got that, yeah. Zach.
Zach.
Who is official roundabout historian. May I add?
We teased him too much. He's no longer one. Doesn't like apple pie.
No,
Did
he
you
doesn't.
notice that?
I thought Mud Monster was the historian.
Is he?
But Zach pushed him out
He did.
because he officially watched every single
In like 2 months, he watched every episode of Roundabout that has ever been produced, aside from the
I
Locked
think
in
Mud
the Disney
Monster was
Vault.
in the running, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Mud Monster gave him one hell of a run for his money, but
Mud.
Zach L is having a como foto seja.
he might be, Bob.
Bob needs to give us some more Japanglish.
Japanglish lessons.
Yes, please.
Mud has retired from Roab historian. Aw.
He's retired just like.
He's just so tired.
I know it's so.
At the keyboard, Atota keyboard.
Got ya.
I am.
My historian's tired.
Do his feet hurt?
That's the question.
Okay, my
Now
feet really did hurt at New York. I wore high heels. Don't ask me what I was thinking. I've never done that before. But the second day of the show, I couldn't feel my middle left toe.
What? Como
I couldn't
foto
feel
seja.
Joel Fetter's computer.
Did you guys hear that story?
No.
Yeah.
What
Or
happened?
maybe I heard it from you, didn't I?
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, tell that.
What
If
happened?
you're allowed to.
Oh. Yeah, totally. So Jeff, you tell it because you were there.
Well, I wasn't there, but I'll tell it.
You were
'Cause
closer.
I tell stories of the internet. So, you know, in any media room, you put your computer down to type, and then you go cover stuff, and you leave your computer at the desk. It's
With a
place
reasonable
saver.
assumption
Well,
that it'll be safe.
yes. Well, somebody thought, oh, look at this really nice computer that nobody is using. I'm going to use it. So tip, 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 tap, 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 tap. He's using Joel's computer. And said Joel Fetter comes back to his computer and says,
Dude,
what the hell, man? And the other guy says, I'm from the streets. No, I'm confusing my New York stories. That was last year.
So apparently the guy actually asked one of the show organizers, what do I use for a computer? And they were like, just use any computer not being used.
Idiots.
So earlier in the day, like I was sitting there and this guy was walking up to laptops sitting at the tables and he says, is this seat taken? I'm like, yeah, that's someone's computer. And then he points to another computer. Is that seat taken? I'm like, yeah, that's someone else's computer. So it might have been the same guy.
Wow.
But yeah, he came back and Joel was none too happy. And Joel was like, didn't you notice pictures of my wife and my personal vehicles
I
on
saved
this
them
car?
off on my phone.
You know what keeps people off Craig's computer is when they sit down and it comes on, it goes, it's time to update your Zune.
Mm-hmm. That's my theft deterrent, Michelle. Okay?
I know.
But today's lesson is always password protect your laptop when it's laying about in public.
Mm-hmm. Or don't leave it larking about.
Well, I mean, that's how you hold your place at an auto show media center.
Exactly.
Don't be a lark.
Don't be a lark.
We're just
Larker.
We're video people. We're used to. We have to
Pack
haul around
everything
like,
up,
everything
yeah.
because you can't leave a camera.
Nope.
So we just take
Nope.
everything with us.
We have carts.
That's why
Probably.
TJ does kind of qualify as an assistant because he's the guy with like the heavy backpack of all the
Right.
video crap, and I've got like my cell phone and an iPad.
And
You're like, oh, these
my
heels are awful.
my
He's just
feet
like,
hurt.
"Ah!"
TJ's like, my back hurts.
Now
Can't
here's
feel
a
my lumbar.
suggestion for a title. AM2 had pasted a link, a chunk of like Japanese text in there, so I translated it, and it turns out it means comfort attack, at least according to Google. So maybe that could be the title, the Japanese characters.
Oh. I don't know how good that is on SEO, Craig. Michelle, you're the SEO expert. How would that do?
As long as it's sexy and hot.
Oh, okay. Can we make it say comfort attack sexy time American blue jeans?
Blue Jeans on Fire, Chevrolet Elvis.
Make sure you put microvan in the title. Did I tell you? I haven't told you that one, Jeff.
You didn't.
I didn't. So apparently, Jim Hamill's comparison between the Scion XB and the whatever Cube or whatever it was, like we have to work microvan into it
Why?
because 210 people looked at microvan on Google in the last month.
There you go.
That guy's tool.
Oh boy. So did you see that, Ben, that Bob wants your phone number and Craigie's phone number for voice messages?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought he had it.
He
But don't
said,
look
"Could
at
you guys
something."
send me your best contact voice numbers and Facebook messages, but don't look at his timeline.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't look at his timeline."
All right. Whatever I do, I won't. Have you seen Bob and Jim's icons or their avatars on Facebook? I don't know if they've changed them now.
Well, Bob changed his last night, or was it last night? No, night before last.
I can't look because I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, I won't tell you then, because then he'd have to kill me.
I know. And we can't do that. You're the last roundabouter.
Good.
That's the roundaboutins. Craig, Bob wants us to
I saw.
Facebook message him. Okay.
That's what you should do. Just name this one The Last of the Mohicans and have a picture of Michelle wearing a Native American outfit.
Make me Pocahontas.
We're culturally sensitive. You know,
Just
if there's-
FYI, I
just
still haven't
realized-
cleaned the egg off the window.
what?
I still haven't cleaned the egg off the window. Remember when the egg?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still on the window.
Where is the message button on Facebook? I don't even.
Up at the top.
Well, you have to go to his timeline, but don't look.
No, the word bubble, Craig.
Oh, here it is. I see.
Jeff's doing the big sigh. Amanda's cooking something right now, and he's supposed to be participating.
He can go. We're done. We're just.
They're
doing
done with you that
post-show, yo.
easily, Jeff. That
Oh,
I'm going to throw you away on your last night.
We're used to having him cut and run.
Exactly.
Wait,
well,
Jeff,
that's usually what I have to do.
Jeff, sit back again and scoot over so that we can screen cap the ball on your head.
So do we have a title yet? The dumper one?
I like runs good, dumps better personally. Unless you have a preference otherwise.
That lends to a much cooler picture.
Artwork. Yes, it does. Go with that one.
All right.
Dumperoo.
Dumperoo.
Did I ever show you guys my small piston?
I
Yes.
think you did, yeah.
See,
Oh, it's a real pistol.
this is like